Good morning, class. For today's lesson, we are going to be learning about how to compare maths as well as work problems on maths. So for today's lesson, all you need is your math exercise book as well as your math workbook. So for the first part of the lesson where we learn how to compare maths, please take out your exercise book and take down the notes that we are going to write now. Okay, let's look at this first question for example. So, which is greater? 1 kg 200 grams or 1800 grams? Okay, so when you are deciding which is greater, please make sure that you have all the same unit for all your different options. What do I mean by same unit? If you look at 1 kg 200 grams, the unit of measurement here you can see is kg as well as gram. However, for 1800 gram, the unit you see here is only grams. So this means that the unit of measurement for both is not the same. So there are a total of two methods to do this. Regardless which method you choose, you just need to make sure that your unit of measurement for all your different options are the same. So this is the first method. Method 1. So since I know that there is kg and gram here, I'm going to try to convert 1800 grams to kg and grams. So 1800 grams is equals to how many kg, how many grams? Good. You should be able to recall that 1 kg is equals to 1000 grams. And I know that 1800 gram is equals to 1000 grams plus 800 grams. And I know that 1000 gram is 1 kg. So this is equals to 1 kg 800 grams. So now the unit for mass here I can see is going to be kg and grams here. So 1 kg 800 grams and 1 kg 200 gram, which is greater? Yes, 1 kg 800 gram is greater. Because since the kg here is 1 kg and here is 1 kg, we will just compare the grams here. And since this grams here is 800 gram and the gram here is 200 grams, we know that 800 gram is greater than 200 gram. So 1 kg 800 gram is greater than 1 kg 200 grams. But remember the option here I gave you was 1800 gram. So even though you converted to compare and see which is greater, when you answer the question, please stick back to the original option given to you. So we can say that 1800 gram is greater. Okay, so this is the first method. The second method you can also choose is actually, instead of converting it to kilograms and grams, we can just change all to grams here, which is also acceptable. So I know that 1 kg 200 grams is the same as 1000 gram plus 200 grams, because 1 kg is 1000 gram, which will give me 1200 grams. So 1200 gram compared to 1800 gram, which is greater? Yes, 1800 gram is greater. So you will still get back the same answer. 1800 gram is greater. Okay, so remember when you are comparing your mass, make sure you have the same unit of measurement for all of your options. So if you choose to go with kgs and gram, remember to convert all the grams to kg and grams. But if you like to work with only gram, then you just convert your kg and grams to just grams only. Now, can you please pause the video for the next 1 minute and try this question? Which is smaller, 2 kg 400 grams or 2670 grams? Hopefully you did stop the video and try to solve this question by yourself. So if you chose method 1, okay, whereby you want to make sure that your unit of measurement here is kg and grams, Okay, so which means you're going to change 2,670 grams into kilograms and grams. So 2,670 grams, we know it's the same as 2,000 grams plus 670 grams. Okay, and recall that 1 kg is equals to 1,000 grams. So 2,000 grams will be equals to 2 kg and 670 grams. So if you compare this with this, we have 2 kg here and 2 kg here, so we look at the grams to see which is greater or which is smaller. And since the question is asking which one is smaller, we look for the smaller one. So 400 grams and 670 grams, you should be able to tell me that 400 grams is smaller. So we know that 2 kg, 400 grams is smaller. Okay, this is method 1. However, if you are more comfortable with method 2, you can also go ahead with method 2. Okay, whereby you just want to convert your kilograms and grams to grams only. So we know that 2 kg, 400 grams is the same as 2,000 grams plus 400 grams. Okay, because 2 kg is 2,000 grams, which gives you 2,400 grams. So you look at 2,400 grams and 2,670 grams, you should be able to tell me that 2,400 grams is smaller. Okay, however, in the question given here, the mass is actually written as 2 kg 400 grams. So when you answer the question, please stick back to the original options given to you instead of the converted one here. So you will still tell me that 2 kg 400 grams is smaller. Okay, please do not write here 2,400 grams. Stick back to what was given here and write down 2 kg 400 grams as what you can see here. Moving on, we're going to try to solve work problems involving math. Can you please take out your workbook and turn to page 217, and we are going to do question 2 together. You can pause the video for 1 minute and go and take out your books. Okay, so let's read the question together. So the mass of parcel X is 39 kilograms. It is 12 kilograms heavier than parcel Y. Parcel Z is 8 kilograms lighter than parcel Y. How heavy is parcel Z? So, what kind of model are you going to draw for this question? You should be able to tell me its comparison model because you see comparison descriptions such as heavier than as well as lighter than. Okay, good. So the mass of parcel X is 39 kilograms. So you will be able to draw a bar and tell me that it represents parcel X. So remember, when you're drawing comparison graph, you need to always remember to label your graph. Okay, so that you know exactly what is it representing. Okay, so for comparison graph, remember to label so that you know exactly which model is it representing. And know that parcel X is going to be 39 kilograms. The next part tells you that it is 12 kilograms heavier than parcel Y. So what does this it represent? Okay, you should be able to tell me that this it represents parcel X. So if parcel X is 12 kilograms heavier, who is going to be the longer bar? Is it parcel X or parcel Y? You should also be able to tell me that parcel X is going to be the longer bar. So I'm going to draw another bar here, which is going to be a shorter bar to represent parcel Y. And what do you think 12 kilograms actually means? Good. 12 kilograms represents the difference. So where should I put in the difference? Which part of the model represents the difference? You should also be able to tell me that it's going to be the extra part, which is going to be this part. Okay, so this part here is going to represent 12 kilograms. And parcel Z is 8 kilograms lighter than parcel Y. So this will already hint you that parcel Z is going to be shorter than parcel Y. So you're going to draw in another bar here that represents parcel Z, and it's going to be shorter than parcel Y. And remember to label your graph, your model I mean. Okay, and also to put in the part to represent your 8 kilograms. So you should also be able to tell me that 8 kilograms represents the difference. And I want to find how heavy is parcel Z, which means I want to know what is the mass of parcel Z, which is this. So, in order to find the mass of parcel Z, what must you know first? You should be able to tell me that if you know that parcel Z is 8 kilograms lighter than parcel Y, so as long as you know the mass of parcel Y, you will be able to find the mass of parcel Z. Okay? And to find the mass of parcel Y, I know that Y is going to be 12 kilograms lighter than X from this model. So I just take 39 minus 12 to get 27, and I know that 27 is going to represent the mass of parcel Y, because when you minus away means you are taking it away. So from this model, your 12 is actually here. So when you take 39, which is the whole bar, minus 12, you are taking away this part, so you no longer want this part here. And what you are left with is going to be parcel Y, the mass of parcel Y. And since you know that Y is going to be 8 kilograms greater than Z, I know that if I take away 8 kilograms here, I minus away this part here, I'm going to be left with this part, which is going to be the mass of parcel Z. So your next step will be 27 minus 8 to give you 19, which is the mass of parcel Z. So remember to end off with your word statement, okay, which is parcel Z is 19 kilograms. And please remember to include your unit here. If not, you're going to be penalized. Okay, so please transfer this into your text, into your workbook. And you can also pause the video here to take some time to absorb and to understand the model and how it is related to your working. Once you are done, can you please look at question 4 on page 218. This is going to be the last question we are going to do for today. Mrs. Steele had 900 grams of marshmallows. She put the same mass of marshmallows in each of 3 packets. She was left with 165 grams of marshmallows. So what is the mass of each packet of marshmallows? Okay, in this question, there isn't a clear indication of any comparison. So this question, you should be thinking about a part-whole model. So since I tell you that Mrs. Steele had 900 grams of marshmallow, you can already draw one bar. For your part-whole model, you can draw one bar here and indicate that this is going to be 900 grams. Okay, so this whole bar here will represent 900 grams. So if you are drawing a part-whole model, it's fine if you do not need to label your model here. But when you draw a comparison model, because you have a few models, so it's always good for you to indicate which day or which person does this model represent, so you do not get confused. Okay, so she put the same mass of marshmallow into each of the 3 packets. What does same mass means to you? What does it mean? Okay, you should be able to tell me that same means equal. So if the first packet she's going to put 100 grams, the second packet she's also going to put 100 grams, and the third packet she will also be putting 100 grams. Okay, so that's what same mass means. So she was left with 165 grams of marshmallow. if after she put into 3 packets, she still have 165 marshmallows left, do you think she actually used all her marshmallows? Okay, no. So in this model here, you will be cutting a part out here, okay, to indicate that this part here represents the 165 grams left. Okay, and if this part represents the left, where do you think are going to be the amount that she's going to pack for the marshmallows? Okay, the leftover part here is going to be put into 3 packets here. So I'm going to cut this into 3 equal parts. And since I want to know each packet, I know that the question is trying to find one packet, what is the mass of one packet of marshmallow. So this is going to be your question mark. Okay, and remember I told you before, if you see the word each, what should be appearing in your mind already? Good. You should be able to tell me G, E, T. So, since the question is asking you to find each packet, I know that each is going to be my question mark. And I know that I'm going to put into 3 packets, so I know that my G is going to be 3. What do you think my total is going to be? Do you think it's going to be 900? Okay, remember, total doesn't always mean that everything that she have. Total actually means in order for me to have my 3 groups here, how many marshmallows am I going to use? So from your model here, I can see clearly that 3 packets will be here. So these 3 units here is going to represent your total. Does it include this 165? No, you're not going to use this 165 at all when you are packing it into the 3 packets for your marshmallow. So this 165 should not be included as part of your total. So this total here, in order to fill in the 3 packets here, should be 900 minus 165. So your first step is going to be 900 minus 165, which will give you 735. So you know that this 735 actually represents your total. So you are given your total, you are given a group. How do you find each? Are you going to multiply or are you going to divide? Good. You should be able to tell me that you are going to divide. Okay, so the next step is going to be 735 divided by 3, and it will give you the answer for the mass of each packet of marshmallows. I'm not going to give you the answer, so I'll be expecting you to calculate the answer out by yourself. Okay, and next step is must always remember to write your word statement. And please remember to indicate your units for your mass. And in this case, your unit is going to be in grams. Okay, so you have come to the end of today's YouTube lesson. So I hope that you have already learned how to compare mass as well as how to deal with certain word problems on mass. If there are any part of the lesson that you are still unclear of, you can always rewind your video and look through the video one more time. Okay, so please also look at the individual class HBL timetable to see what do I need you to do for today, as well as what do I need you to post on Showbie, and also the link to do today's post lesson reflection. Thank you.